Don't you think you ought to tell me who you are first?
Why?
This podcast show is full of sugar and spice and everything nice and everything mean, explicit content and in between, and whatever the fuck I fancy. And this is a throwback, and welcome back to a K Rene solo edition, you guys. I am co-hostless today, but I wanted to give you something, just what you remember from us doing traditional me and you conversations. So today you're in for a treat, so sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
On a bright and sunny or a rainy day, I can listen to K Rene. Topics of the day: why sex don't match the love, our relationship sucks, why the boys play, experience immaturity, politics and currency gains, economics, Spotify it, you can find it, sign of the times for the deaf, dumb and blind. Don't miss it, call the number one, state your name and what's your interest. K Rene, K Rene.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. It's so good to be back. Hello. Hi, everybody. It is so good to be back. Sit the fuck down. You know what time it is. Yes, you know it's that mouth of mine. I cannot help it. It's always cursing and saying something foul, but loving it. You know you do. Welcome back to the K Rene Show, you guys. I'm your favorite podcast host, the one that says all the shit you're afraid to say. K Rene. And this is such a throwback, you guys. I missed you all. Oh my goodness. It's been like, oh my God. It's like the Twilight Zone. It's so crazy. It's like, because of course, you know, you rocking with your girl from day one. And you know, this whole season with season 10 being the raw truth. And I've been co-hosting with my guest co-host, Mr. Zebo Jones from the Distance Podcast. Shout out to him. You know, and I've been on YouTube, and so you guys have been viewing me and watching me live on Saturday. But today it is so special for me to come back to you all as just with me, your girl, nobody, just me. So yes, take the picture, honey. And again, make sure that you get the photograph at the end of the show and get the signature autograph at the end of the show, honey, because yes, I'm telling you, lots of things are coming for you guys, especially for season 11. So welcome back to the K Rene Show. Can we get it started like how we used to? Yes. Oh, let it rock out for a minute. What? This is so bomb. Hey. You remember this? Yes. I know. It's been a minute. I'm just telling you. Oh my gosh. It's so exciting to, you know, jump back into where I started. Just for a minute, you know, I got a couple more episodes to go, you guys. And season 10 is a wrap, you know what I mean? So listen, if you are new to the show, welcome. Again, you know, this is a girl that's always saying any and everything out of her mouth. So I'm already giving you the disclaimer as I did it at the beginning of the show. So if it's too much for your ears, you might want to tune out. Today is also the day that it's the only day I have not gone live as far as for YouTube. So, you know, gotta again do something different, keep it moving, and, you know, just, you know, give you something like that you wasn't expecting. Yes, bitch. So anyway, welcome back. For those of you who know, again, you can catch me here again live on YouTube Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're following and subscribe to the K Rene Show channel. Also, make sure that you give your feedback. I want that energy, honey. That's what makes me keep going. Okay? You be given everything that makes a girl keep her confidence. So yes, Make sure that you, again, comment, send me an email, KReneShow@gmail.com. Make sure, again, if you want to check the show, I'm on all streaming platforms. I'm here on Spreaker. It's my bottom girl, my bottom bitch. Yes, my bottom bitch, as they say on, yes, what you said is coming back, girls. P-Valley, yes, Uncle Clifford, okay? I can't wait. June, that is the month. A lot of good shit is popping in June. Also, make sure that, again, you check me out, like I said here, Spreaker. Also, I'm on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, you name it. I'm over there. Again, shout out, loves, hugs, kisses to Giovanni, the app that's in India based. I'm telling you, your girl be soaring over there. I love it. And again, all over and everywhere, but I'm just telling you, I gotta give shout outs to where that, that credit is due, baby. But yes, how are you all doing? Listen, I'm telling you right now, Baltimore, whew, damn, now listen, I love a nice little rain. I love a thunderstorm and everything like that. All I'm saying is that it's nuts. It's crazy. It's been raining several days. It's like, it's May, and again, shout out to all the mothers out there. You know what I mean? Yes. Aunties, godmothers, yes, you're doing it. You're taking care of your own children, other people's children. I'm telling you, again, we fit in so many different titles and so many different children's lives. So happy Mother's Day to you all. It is Mother's Day weekend. As they said, April showers brings the May flowers. And all I keep seeing is that April showers, basically this bitch rolled the fuck into May and kept bringing more motherfucking showers. Yes, this shit is just, it's wet out here and I'm tired of it. And it's wet. I mean, the fact that, it can be wet in so many different places for all of you because, your situations are different than mine. But, it might add on more to within the way that you feel as far as within your wetness. Okay, ladies, come on. It's Mother's Day. I hope you are getting that good fucking treat as far as that you are the dessert. You understand what I'm saying? Because I just hope that your whole weekend is being the fact that it's treating you right. Okay? Because if not, then I'm going to be very concerned, and that's going to pretty much have me questioning things and being like, oh my fucking goodness, like, I'm so sorry your shit turned out to not be so fucking great. But I hope you are getting treated as within the way that you should be, my queens. But anyway, moving right the fuck on. I'm just saying I'm tired of the fuck. So I think everything is good to go. I had to take a pause for the cards. I hope you guys are still with me out there. Yeah, I think everything is all good. So let's just, let's keep moving forward. I had like an interruption pretty much, and I don't know if you guys heard some weird shit, but this is what live does, and this is what live is. So moving right on, let's get some fucking music. Can we get some of that shit? Yes. Let's set a tone here. So, I don't know if you heard me, but I'll just say it again. Happy birthday, motherfucker. Zebo, enjoy your motherfucking weekend. That's what I'm saying. Happy birthday. And again, let's get back into it. So, you guys, I don't know, but shout out if you haven't had a chance to check this shit on YouTube. My last interview, Mr. Jock Johnson, the real Jock Johnson, the host of the podcast show, The Real Jock Johnson podcast. Again, follow him on IG. We did an interview last week on my show. It was super awesome. We had a good time. And again, if you missed it, it's all over there. So make sure again that you're subscribed and that you are also, checking out the show and being alerted and then checking us out live as far as at 2 p.m. so you can catch us and comment and see us act a goddamn going fool. But that was a great interview. He's now a solo host. He was the host of the show, the Jock Johnson podcast All Out show. And it was him and a couple other people, which again, they're like family to me. So I really do appreciate any chance I get I can talk with him. And it was really, really good. So check it out. give you some insight. So if you are, again, basically one of my people who are the supporters, is to love, is to continue to keep on pushing with Netflix and paying for that subscription, or I don't know if you still riding off of somebody else's subscription. I'm just saying, like, you know, I know they cracked down on that, but if you are, I hope you guys were able to check out Ozark, and I hope you were a fan of Ozark. I don't really like the fucking ending. I'm just gonna be clear. I don't really like it. You know, the birds, they started really getting on my fucking nerves, and I think that was really pretty much at the point, like at about season 3-ish, maybe a couple episodes into 3, I was just like, I'm ready for them to go the fuck away. So yeah, with that being said, I am mad that my girl is gone. Ruth, shout out to her. You know, if you were a true fan, you didn't like that bitch at the beginning. I mean, she was just too fucking much, but she got to grow on you, you know. She grew on to me, and I loved her for that. So yeah, shout out to her. But yeah, it was a dope show. Overall, I really enjoyed it. So, don't know if you're also or were a fan of The Wire, but We Own the City. It is on HBO Max. It comes on Monday nights, and it is pretty dope. I like it so far. So far, so good. It's picking up more so like within the Freddie Gray, era, and within that time frame, and when the cops, you know, really were wilding the fuck up out and yeah, it again, like I said, if you know, were a fan of The Wire, definitely make sure you check that out. It was pretty fucking dope. But other than that, like I said, it's my day today, you guys, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to be able to talk to you all, because we have not had a chance to do this in the past. Like I said, I only got a couple more episodes in for season 10, and that's a wrap for me. So why not? You know, no guest today, no Zebo, no co-host, just me and you. Let's do this, okay? And I want to do something as far as for my ladies, because I think basically haven't had a chance to just focus really on us for the last several, you know, episodes that I have done within this season. And this is something, again, that's like the whole pink elephant in the room, and it's becoming a real fucking problem. And it's the fact that we honestly, wait, I don't even want to do it. I want to set the tone. I want to get into this right. Okay, so let's just, you know what it is. Yes, you know what it is. And again, I had to set the tone right. So every time I remember, you know what that means is when I'm about to get started with the motherfucking episode, the topic of the fucking day, we basically get a chance to get into it. And you know, for me, like I said, wanted to dedicate something more on the level of women, because of the fact that it is Mother's Day, and it is to, again, take a special day to be able to kind of get a chance to do the things that we want, to be able to rest and to, you know, relax and just be lazy, or, you know, not have to honestly take care of your fucking children, you know, like that's the best thing. And, you know, I want to basically start off by saying that my Mother's Day has been so cool so far. You know what I mean? And it's been a good thing because of the fact that it's my weekend to myself. And two, my son was very creative in school, and he made me a homemade bath bomb. So that is like, wow, you know, and there was some little Hershey Kisses in the bag. And I'm like, you know, out of all gifts of anything that I am to receive or was to receive, this is the best Mother's Day gift, because it's so like personal and it's so sweet. And it's the fact that he thought of, like, you know, relaxing and like probably like this chick is always fucking doing every fucking thing for me. So with that being said, I really appreciate that gift. And it's again a flower, like a plant that I can replant. So it'll be my first one in the grounds for the season. So, I was like, yay, like I get something to get started. Now, am I going to continue to keep going with more plants? I mean, I don't really fucking think I am. You know what I mean? Like I probably fucking won't. Just because of the simple fact, but let's get started. Shall we get started?
Won't you tell us all about it?
Start at the beginning.
Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop. See?
Just because, I have to throw it the fuck back today, you guys. Don't fucking look at me like that. I had to give it to you. I had to give it to you the way you guys used to get it, the way you was used to getting it. So let me know, in the chat if you're listening, or hit me up. I want to know from you, do you like the fact that I have this co-host now? Are you loving the energy? I want to hear from you. I know you got the feedback. So make sure that you hit me up, KReneShow@gmail.com. So, as I said, it's Mother's Day weekend. And you know what? Every day is Mother's Day. Because, when you're a good mother and you're a loving mother and you take 1,000% of your time and energy to be that mother. It's so good as to see the blessing, especially how your child thrives, how their energy is, how you feel as though like when you see them doing well, like as far as academics, they're again challenging themselves by doing extracurricular activities with exercise or a sport, anything. And they're dedicated to doing it and wanting to do it. You feel good that you instilled that inside of them, and you get to celebrate those things. And of course, as mothers, we've had like the horror stories of when your child gets older, it's going to get worse. Like, yeah, I'm sure it probably fucking will. I'm sure it's going to get fucking worse. I'm sure it's going to be times where they're going to maybe like really don't like us and hate us. And, I think we did that to our parents to some extent. Like I can say for me personally, I didn't have a close relationship with my parents as I was growing up. As far as I had a good relationship with my grandparents, and not more so because they spoiled me, but they gave me things that I needed. They gave me things that, that I not just wanted, but was needed, if that pretty much makes sense. And I guess it should fucking make sense, because you know what I mean? Like, I didn't always get just the things that I wanted, but more so I was interested in the things that was needed at the moment, as far as for personal, anything as far as like to take care of myself, clothing to wear, and I plus didn't live with my grandparents and in the same state of my grandparents until I was in 12th grade. So they would send me things. But moving right along, that is not even fucking important. What's important is that we are, again, celebrated for one day, more so as to be able, like I said, to do whatever the fuck we really want to do. And of course, Mother's Day is every day because of the fact that you're taking care of your kids. I'm a single parent. Yes, I do have help as far as from my child's father. He does help. He does go over and spend time with him, and they do their shit when I don't have to be around, and that's great. But on the up and up, we have these these decrepit fucking old white men and looking like fucking Skeletors, homeboys and shit that are trying to change the way that we do things with our fucking body. And women, all I'm trying to say is that I'm just questioning, when did we all start really losing our rights as far as to be able to make these decisions to where these men are able to come in and say what the fuck we're supposed to or allowed to do with our fucking bodies? I'm confused, and I need it to fucking stop. And I'm seeing, as far as within the rallies, and I'm seeing within the picketing, and I'm seeing all of that being displayed as far as on the news. And it's so fucking much going on the news that it's so triggering, especially to us women who do have children, especially with this war that's circulating and going on, and these people and these women and their children are dying just just the dumb shit. But again, as far as for when is it, or when were everyone really starting to try to flip shit to where they gave power to men in these offices and these positions and this power to tell us what we can and cannot do anymore with our bodies, when nobody is, again, trying to be living as if that this is really the Handmaid's Tale in motherfucking real fucking life. I'm just saying, like, really, we need to come the fuck on and really continue to keep pulling together, because of the simple fact that I, again, which I am 42, will basically be seeing the effects of how history has changed so much in the time that we have been living and being able to produce, to have children, and being able to see that there were things that we've done in life as far as to make certain mistakes, or as to make certain mistakes to the point that where we thought, okay, yes, I'll be able to handle this. Yes, I'll be able to be this great mother. And then when reality sets in, and it's still within a time as to where you have the legal time to be able to terminate a pregnancy, you should always and continue to keep having that fucking right. I don't understand when, again, men was ever given this power to make these decisions for women, and especially in office. And that even the simple fact that it makes me fucking wonder, what kind of fucking wives are these motherfuckers married to? Because these bitches obviously don't have no voice in the house, or they are basically riding their husband's coattails. And it's so amazing how when we got this shit going on in real fucking time, in real life, you have shows that are dropping around us on TV, Showtime and shit, that where it's like all about women's choices and rights. Looking about the, I know I'm gonna fuck it up, and that's okay because I'm not watching it, but I mean, kudos to the show. It's the 3 First Wives, I think that's what it's called. I really, if I feel like if I got it right, I am so fucking happy with my own goddamn self. I mean, if I didn't fuck that up, I'm cool with it. But I'm just saying, from Michelle Obama to Eleanor Roosevelt, I believe it is, and it's one more, and it's always the third. You can't ever fucking remember. But I'm just saying, and then now the fact that they're again continuing to film for the next, season for Handmaid's Tales, and that should be dropping. I think, if not, I don't think it's coming this year. I think it'll be next year. But also just the simple fact that now with the information that leaked from the Supreme Court, as far as to where they should possibly be able to overturn, why can't this just not even be up for discussion? I don't understand when people want to assume somebody else's life, somebody else's availability to, not even availability, but just the fact of being able to have the means to become a parent. Again, it is triggering. And I want to share a little story with you because of the fact that it is triggering. Again, I'm a pro-choice person. I believe you have the right to do it. It's your body. It's not even to say, and don't get me wrong, because I've lost my brother to a drug overdose. But just the fact, if you're an addict, it's something that you basically want to do. It's something that maybe you tried. You don't have the right team behind you. So then therefore you keep on continuing to use, because again, this is your comfort zone. This is what you know. This makes you, again, relax. This is what makes you cope through life, and this is daily for you. So, again, somebody to try to push your agenda and try to change their life, like, who the fuck are they? Like, why don't you mind your fucking business? So with that being said, basically is what I'm saying. For this situation, this is something that where you're asking somebody to basically like back the fuck up. Nobody asked your opinion, and if I want it, I will basically ask you for it. So with making a decision on a situation like this that has always been a right, and then you want to scale back, then they tried to fuck with Planned Parenthood a couple years ago. Remember the lawsuits that they were putting together? So it was kind of like, again, setting the fucking shit up. Game, set, match. And here we are at fucking match. And again, all you had to do was throw a fucking pandemic in. It was like, oh, okay, now we got the fact that, people are actually dying from this disease, this virus. And so, we done lost some people. Like, it's all reset. So is that what we're trying to do? Again, create other little more people to fill in the world? Like, come the fuck on. So, story. Now, again, I can understand, like I said, and this is where we have those wonderful things and people called, oh, what are they fucking called, you guys? Oh my goodness. They're, wait a minute. Therapists. That's what they are. Yes, therapists. So when you have a therapist, and for situations like in the fact that you may decide to have an abortion and at the time you're not good with it, or, you've found that in your mind later on, as you think about it, you made a mistake and you need to cope through this because now, again, that the fact that the child is, or the embryo is gone, it's no turning back. So with that being said, you need now to cope through, and you need some mental therapy, so that you can understand your decision and, move through the rest of your life without beating yourself up. Now, again, that could be, like I said, the gift and the curse. Some women that stand alone on their decision firmly, they can continue to keep moving forward in life. They're not being a problem. They don't have an issue. And then basically everything continues to be all good. And there's like no need for them to have therapy. Now, as far as for myself, I was a very, very young woman. I was 20... let me see. I think I was 21. I believe 21 years old. And I was pregnant for the first time. And for me, I was at a new job. And as far as for the job that I was at, I basically wasn't going to, I'm sorry. I was 22. It was like in the earlier, the latter part within the year. That's what I remember. Anyway, roughly within one of those years. And I remember, again, at my job, I wasn't permanent. And, yeah, I was 21. I'm good, you guys. Fuck it. I'm good. I'm 21. It's all coming back to me now. Fuck you. I got it. I love you guys though. But I was 21, and basically, like I said, I wasn't permanent at my job. I was contractual. And I think the thing that really fucked with me mentally was the fact that, I was thinking, I don't even know if they're going to hire me permanently. And then, I did feel like at some point they were, because they took me off of my temporary people's agency's payroll early and put me contractual with them. So with that being said, I was able to make a little bit more money as opposed to being on the temporary payroll. And then I had to wait on a PIN number. So fast forwarding to that, I started playing in my head. So I went to, the doctors, and then they were telling me, they were going to probably have to give me a stitch. I might have to go on bed rest early just because of the fact of how my uterus was and everything like that. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't afford to be out like days like that. And then, basically as far as who's going to be able to really take care of me for all that work I might have to lose. And then basically I won't, be able to, really live, and to take care of a child. So with that being said, I basically went back and forth in my head a little bit about it. And I was like, there's no guarantee that I'm going to be, permanent. So I decided to have this abortion. And I think, maybe going into 2 months, maybe 2 months is when it actually happened, as far as I actually had the full abortion. And I was fine afterwards. I remember driving myself there, and I had 3 of my friends with me. And then I remember dropping them off at home, and I remember getting this wonderful hotel room and ordering room service and just fucking chilling and doing my own thing. And then as time slipped by, and then I had another relationship later down the road that we thought that we were going to have a child. Actually, they changed their mind. And then for me, it still stuck with me. And then I was going to people's baby showers, and I was getting that baby fever. And then I was having those fucking regrets, because I had the regrets of the abortion, because within the time that the child would have been born, the job made me permanent. So with that being said, it was like, damn, I got fucked up in my head. And so moving forward, it was like I never kind of had forgiven myself and always was doing the woulda, coulda, shoulda. But then when I had then found out that I had endometriosis, and then I had to have surgery, then I was basically told, as far as for me to have a baby, my egg count wasn't really good, and it was going to be very hard. So I started, going to acupuncture to help my fertility situation, and was going to basically get, a donor. And pretty much fast forwarding now, I have this wonderful, cool ass going on 7-year-old mouthy ass Leo that I love so freaking much, but he gonna get popped, y'all. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of opinions and things to say, but he's smart. He's intelligent. He can figure shit out that I don't even know. He's sweet, but again, he's a lion, you guys, and if you got a Leo, you know how they are. But more so, I'm happy that he's in my life. And for me, I only wanted one child. And the crazy shit is, I have one, and it's a boy, because I didn't want a girl. No offense. To any girl moms out there, just boys and me and the personality that I have, I knew that would be better for me, is to have a boy. And so with all that being said, it wasn't the fact that, again, like I said, for me, my decision was on a financial matter. And the way that my personality is set up is just the fact that I want to make sure that I'm comfortable to be able to hold my own, as well as to hold another in my hands, and my responsibility and care. And that's would have been, again, whatever that child may have been, a little girl or a little boy. But it also wasn't the right time, and things had to fall into place. And it was just like things did fall into place when I looked at it now, and I moved into this house, and I didn't even know I was pregnant. It was just like, look at us, I'm still here. I'm still a homeowner. I'm still holding it down for me and my son, and, doing what I needed and knew that I was going to have to do, and so sometimes in our lives, when we think that we are wanting something or we can have something, it's just not the divine timing for us. And we should still be able to make those decisions no matter what. Again, sometimes where we have women that are out here that live a bit reckless. Again, they are a bit loose. And guess what? That's their fucking prerogative and they can do what they want to do. But again, if it's something that they choose to do, they still should be able to have that choice. Some people do really enjoy, and then some people do later on, they regret it in life, and when they do maybe sometimes think back of their count, their number that they have, to the point where they're like, wow, I was really doing the most and that was just crazy as fuck, and I should have really been slowing down and I should have kept myself together, and this, that, and the third. And it's just sometimes, it can be a little late, but again, there's still that help. What I'm just basically trying to say, and what again I think a lot of women out here around this world, in this country, is trying to understand is, where are our fucking leaders that are holding grounds in these offices that have the power to basically not even allow this crazy shit to happen, when no men are being sent to have mandatory vasectomies? Especially for the simple fact, not being put on any type of shots to kill sperm, to make it to the point where it's not healthy to produce and create within another, to have a child. But when it comes to the person that creates the family, because of the fact without the woman being the participant to actually let this child have life, there would be no other wonderful being here on this earth without her say so. And for the choice that she makes, and again, praying within, as far as just within the universe of the goodness that she hopefully has within her heart, is to basically raise this human being to be the best they can be, so that shit like this is not happening to women like you, like me, like your aunt, like your sister, like your friend. It's unreal that, again, when you look at the panel of men putting this shit together, look at the party that they represent, look at their age, look at where they live, and some of these governors and shit, it makes me question some of these states that I had once wanted to maybe visit, travel, or maybe decide to reside in as when my retirement and age comes to where I find that perfect spot. But I'm not saying as far as for them to be living as far as maybe as if I decided to do that years to come. But I'm just saying, look at the setup right now. It doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel good for the women that live there. That's what I'm saying. We're going to have to do better. We're going to have to stay strong. We're going to need our men to that also carry within the weight as well, to again support your lady, and to again support for her own choice to make decisions for her body. Please, this is a cry for help, to the extent of where it is so important to know that this is just something that's not funny. It's not just going to blow over. It's the fact that they're really making an effort to make this a demand, to make this again a law, and it pass. One state is one too many. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I want to thank you all for definitely letting me grace you with a wonderful special episode today to where I could come to you all and talk shit again like I used to. Again, it is raining here. It is a very wet Saturday. It I hope clears out for, within Sunday. I'm going to take a little trip myself on out of my house and kind of bounce out of town for a second. And I'm going to do a little adventure today. So you guys wish me luck and good energy. And as I wish you all ladies, try to keep it extra sexy this weekend. Again, hopefully you are pampered, you are relaxing, you are doing whatever the fuck you want to do. Again, hopefully as far as your sweetheart, especially if you have one, makes it extra special, extra sexy, extra spicy. And again, make sure you give that love back in return, okay? But I definitely, like I said, want to thank you guys for letting me come here today. I had fun. I did. I had a good time. I had a good time. Again, if you're not following me, I want you to make sure you do so on IG at _K Rene Show. Also, I'm on Facebook, K Rene Show. I want you to make sure that you follow me on TikTok at Rene Show. Make sure that you hit me up via email. You want to be a guest? I got 4 more episodes to go, my love. So after those 4, it is it. So this is the final countdown. I want to send a shout out, like I said, to the Distance Podcast. I want to also send a shout out to Mama Life Podcast. I want to also send a shout out to The Real Jock Johnson. I want to also make sure that you guys know that these people that I'm giving shout outs to are people who definitely support and are always rocking with me. Again, make sure that you want to, like I said, get in contact with me, check the shows out, subscribe to my YouTube channel, K Rene Show. Make sure that, again, that you listen on any and every platform streaming. But I'm going to leave you with something special. I will talk to you all and see you all next Saturday at 2 p.m. on YouTube. And again, we will be live, me and Zebo. And if you want to be on the show, we are looking for anyone that is willing to have some bravery, some confidence. And again, if you're in an interracial relationship, wow. We would love to have you as a guest. So please make sure that, again, one more time, you email me at kreneshow@gmail.com. I love you guys. Happy Mother's Day again. And I'll leave you all with this. And bye.
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.